Hello and welcome to
I and I. Today's video, we want to discuss the unfortunate events which has happened in Pristina. One event which boggles the mind in reality. And I know that you've had a lot of thoughts about this yourself because you've done some posts on it yourself on your Instagram. And I wanted to discuss this because I think it's important for anyone that has a platform who knows anything about Balkan society, who knows about Albania, Kosovo, and the Albanian ethnicity as a whole, so that we voice who they are and reaffirm to people that what you see in Hollywood, all the bad things that are portrayed in the movies about who they are as a people, that it's just fictitious. It's completely fictitious. But I think I do need to stress that we are going to also focus mainly on this girl. I think it's better for you to explain what happened because there are going to be people who don't quite understand or know at all what happened.
Yeah, well, I don't know all of the details, of course. I've just read from what I have read and what I have heard from friends and close people, is that a 12-year-old girl in Pristina was by 5 young men. I don't know if they're like
Men,
teenagers, or I think one is 26 years old, and then his brother and 3 other men. And it's it's really hard to talk about these topics because here we are again experiencing violence against women. And even here in Austria, it's this year 15 cases of men who have killed women.
For you guys watching, if you're watching from the United States of America, 15 here in a country like Austria is super high. Okay, I know that you probably get that in New York in a day, but over here it's rare. It's a very rare occurrence. Sorry, you were saying before I butted in.
I was saying, and she just went for a walk, right? She was just outside in the afternoon. That's what I have read in the newspaper, just going out like a normal girl with her friends just in the afternoon. And this 26-year-old guy approached her, saying that he likes her, and then the attack happened, and it went on for 6 to 7 hours. Now
I need to stress this: we don't know the exact particulars of what happened. All we know is that the suspects have been caught, and they have been charged, which is really good. Kosovo is a very small country. I thought they'd been charged. They've been charged, but of course they need to go through the legal process. I need to stress that they are innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. Kosovo, like I said, it's a very small country, very small community. Everybody knows everybody. So if you do something like this and you receive notoriety for what you have done, that's already a sentence. You're going to get sentenced by the court of public opinion. So for these guys, life in this small country is pretty much over already, which is sad enough, right? It's sad enough, but it doesn't matter how old these people are. We can't make any excuses for this type of disgusting behavior.
Yeah.
That's what's happened. We're trying to keep this short because we need to pick up our little one, our dearest, beautiful little daughter that we'd do anything for. And when I hear about something like this happening to a young girl, it really petrifies me. It drives me crazy, myself, and it makes me paranoid. But being paranoid as a parent here, and even like in a country like Austria, guys, I don't, that's a story for another day. But you cannot trust anybody here.
And not only that, I'm just always so shocked that, I always blame it on education at home, right? And then there are people who say, well, you can only do so much as a parent, and then once your child is old enough to step out of the house and go into this world, society basically shapes the child, or that's the second parent, or even the people that you hang around with, right? And for me, I still believe that if you instill a good education at home, that nobody can mold or form your mind. I mean, I can just speak for myself that that's what happened with me, you know. I have been bullied, and I have been tried to be, people have tried, you know, but it never really worked, because I always knew my values. I've been taught about principles, about integrity, about doing good by people, and you know, all those values. And I think people or parents don't maybe nowadays have a lot of time, or they don't know better, or they're just implementing what they have been taught, right, from going from knee to knee to knee to knee, without any self-reflection. And I think that is the biggest issue, that we don't need to protect our daughters. You need to educate your sons.
I think actually both needs to be done. I mean, we're gonna protect our daughters anyway. We're gonna protect our daughter,
yes, but
regardless. I'm not gonna go around telling people, you know, oh no, we need to protect our daughters. But yeah, of course, we have a son too, and we are going to instill that, you know, that those same moral virtues that I was brought up with. I didn't think about going out and doing something to a little girl, to anybody, to any woman. I never thought about it, because my mother always brought me up and conditioned me to think in a way which respected other people, especially those people who respected me. So, you know, I don't want to prey on this, and I don't want to go too long into this. I want to ask Iris a question. Iris, if you can sum this up in a few sentences, do you think, let me ask you this question, do you think that the current landscape between men and women, this so-called war that is going on, where men are being told by people like Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuels that they are worth more than this, that and the other, you know, not totally misogynistic, but sort of borderline, you know, do you think that that sort of language and that sort of culture is being adopted by people, young men, in Kosovo and Pristina?
I think it's just the Balkan mentality of a lot of men, that they are.
Well, you're saying it's innate. It's there already culturally.
Yeah, I think there are different cultures who grew up different. You know, it's just. I'm not putting everyone in a box, but it's. I would say it's just the way it is. I think it's still the mindset of you are a man and the woman needs to obey you, and as a man you don't cry, you don't show your weakness, and you know that there are these roles of women and men, and what a man is and what a man is supposed to do, and what a woman is and what she's supposed to do. But I see it changing. But I see it changing very slowly. And
okay. I mean, I wish we could talk more about this, but I'm going to try and sum this up. I'm going to say my last few words. I truly believe that what you see there, you know, the bad things that you normally hear coming out of the Balkan regions, those are just the bad things, okay? Those bad things happen all over the world. The media, in particular here in the West, is always focused on the negative things that come out of certain parts of the world, because they want people here in the West to perceive those people in those certain parts of the world, whether it be Africa or Albania, as being either criminals or poor or hungry. They want you to think that way automatically when you see one of those people on the street. That gives you added impetus to see yourself as being better than they are, more than they are, okay? It's all a lie. It's a fabrication. We know it is because you have people in your family who have made it, who have come to this country from nothing, from nowhere, who have excelled in everything they have done. This is multiple people, guys, we're talking about from her family. So, guys, be careful with what you hear on the media. Be really careful. The media sucks. And that's all I need to say from my side. Any last words?
Educate your sons.
Educate your sons. Educate your sons and protect your daughters. Okay, so that's all we've got for today. I'd like to thank you for watching.
And see you in the next one.
Ciao.